Yes. All right.
Was that a joke? Was that countdown actually a joke?
Well,
Goes
last one was
5,
a bit of a joke.
4,
So.
and then I always come in on 3. You went 5, 4, and then you went 3, 2, 1. So that wasn't a joke. That was actually just you thinking that was a normal countdown. Unbelievable. Oh yeah, how's it going?
Well, pretty good.
Pretty good. What's going on this week?
Not that much, but I did meet. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm going to call it a fan.
You met a fan?
Well, I met someone who recognised me from the podcast, so that means that she's a fan, right?
Yeah, mate. She's a fan, I think. Yeah, she's a fanatic.
So we got at least one fan, so that's pretty good. Yeah,
it's always nice to meet fans. So if you see us out and about, just say hello. You know, we're always there to sign autographs or have a chat or whatever. You know what I mean?
Doesn't watch every podcast though. Too busy sometimes. So I said I'll give her a mention if it means she listens to the next one too.
Yeah.
So this goes out to Gan.
Gan, yeah. Nice to meet you, Gan.
Yeah. If you keep watching the other ones, we might even get you a t-shirt.
Yeah, get you a t-shirt shipped out. Yeah. Get some on the merch.
You don't even need to ship it out. I'll just get it and just give it.
Where are you going to get it from though? Because they're made in England.
Oh, ship it to me then.
Alright, anyway. Yeah, cool, nice one. I haven't really done that much. I haven't met any fans this week, so I think I've seen a few. You know, you walk down the street and you see someone looking at you, and you think that probably is someone that knows me from the podcast.
They don't know how to approach, whether it's okay to say hello.
They're a bit shy. But as I said, just say hello. You know, we're down to earth kind of guys. Fame hasn't gone to our heads. Yeah, just say hello.
I'll give you an autograph if you want.
Yeah. Although I'm fairly certain my autograph would change every time. That's something that I do worry about when I have to sign something. I'm like, that doesn't look like
I'm
the
not sure
signature.
Mine changes that much, but I don't think it's that hard to copy. and mine's basically the same as my dad's, but with a T instead of the P.
It is a slightly flawed system, isn't it? This signature malarkey. It's very easy to just I always thought about that. I was like, if I just practice someone else's signature, obviously I could do it after a bit.
There are some people who are really good at that kind of stuff as well. I'm not. But I used to do my dad's signature when I did my homework and stuff. Once my teacher recognised it, and I was like, shit. And they sent like a note back to my dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck's sake, he's going to kill me. And he wasn't happy, but he didn't go as mad as I thought he would. Yeah. And he wrote back, it was my signature. Sorry, sometimes my signatures are a bit dodgy or whatever. So from then on, I had carte blanche because I could just do it every time. It didn't matter.
I can't believe that your dad did that.
Yeah, I know. It could be though. I think my form tutor was a bit of a knob. I don't think my dad liked him anyway.
Didn't like him, yeah.
If it was a different teacher, he might have been a bit more understanding. But
yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. You heard about Big Ben?
It's big days, mate.
That's a big clock in London, mate.
It's not a clock. Don't correct me. Exactly, yeah. If you're going to correct people, you better correct them right. Yeah.
Okay, it's a big bell in England encased in a big clock.
Yeah.
Okay, and the encasement has been cleaned. Well, I'm guessing that the bell's been cleaned as well, but they've cleaned the old thing.
It's finished now. All right, good.
But it looks nice. It looks shiny and golden and stuff like that. But the rest of Westminster still looks dirty. So it just sticks out like a sore thumb to me.
Or you could say it sticks out like a diamond in the rough.
Could do. Guess it depends on your point of view, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of
most people wouldn't just describe Westminster as looking dirty. A lot of people think it's pretty like.
Yeah, well, no, it does. Well, to be fair, I think it looks better. It just looks. Yeah. It just looks overly polished. I don't know. It's weird. Have a look at it. It looks weird. It's like it looks gold. Like you don't think that it's supposed to be gold, do you? I guess that it was supposed to be like that before, but it's just obviously got a bit more. Yeah, maybe not dirty then, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people have been moaning about all the money what's spent on it though.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think 80 million maybe something like that. It was less, but when I hear figures like 80 million now, that just sounds like nothing to me. when you hear about what they spend on some things.
Especially since we've been making all this money off this podcast, it's just not what it used to be.
Obviously for me it's nothing, but I mean for like the country. For the country itself. So like, well,
the thing is, mate, no, 80 million is not nothing. That is like £1 each. Like sometimes they go, they spent like 30,000.
But would you? Okay, for that, would you get the whole country to put £1 in each, have a whip round, just to make to clean up?
Because how many other things are they doing that for? How many other things are they going to clean up? It's not just going to be Big Ben. It's not going to stop them. We're cleaning this. We're doing this. We're doing this. Before you know it, you've had £10 a week. It's
pretty important. Well, I was thinking, okay, well, some people say no, you should put it into the NHS, and I'm like, okay, fair enough. But it's the same as what we said last week, isn't it? That Clash of Clans theory. Mm-hmm. Do you want to upgrade your walls, or do you want to upgrade your wizard tower?
And tourists will be happy, and more tourists might be happy.
It's a big thing. It gets people talking about us again. Oh yeah, that's good.
I've never
been to Big Ben in ages.
Seen the country happy with the NHS. I don't think it matters how much money anyone puts in the NHS. No one's going to be like, NHS is fixed.
No. Yes, it's fixed now, yeah.
You put that in the NHS, they're going to go, well, that's not enough. What about the other billion? Oh, and while you're at it, can you give the nurses a pay rise? All right, I shouldn't have done anything. All you do while giving money to the NHS is draw people's attention to it. Just keep people looking at Big Ben for a bit.
Well, yeah, I'm guessing that's probably that's one of the strategies that politicians do use, just pull people's attention around, shiny Big Ben. Let's forget about all the other problems. Anyway, right, should we move on to some emails?
Yeah.
I've got a few. I've got one that says, have you ever had a bowl of tea?
Oh yeah, kind of, but not like proper ones. The cups, but in Asia they have those little bowls that they serve them in. They have tea in a little bowl.
True. Yeah, true. I mean, it's
not like breakfast bowls.
Yeah. Not massive.
But bowls. Yeah, they don't have handles on them, and some of them are a bit wide, kind of.
Okay. Right. Can you tell me how a car is only 3 people wide, but a bus is 5 people wide? I don't understand that question.
I guess they're saying they both fit in one lane on the road, but the bus can fit loads more people in.
Well, it's actually wider, mate. It's because it's way wider.
Yeah, I mean, it is wider, isn't it?
I don't know what. Are you? Yeah.
It is.
I don't want to, kind of question the intelligence of some of our listeners, but that seems quite low.
Yeah, and I could fit 4 people in a car.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just nothing.
The seats are a bit more spaced out as well, aren't they?
Yeah, nothing question that is. Right, it says here, Rage Against the Machine never specified what machine they were raging against. I think it was a printer. What do you think?
I mean, probably not, but it's
printers do my head in. I do agree. I absolutely hate. I had to deal with a printer last week for the first time in about 2 years, and it did my head in. They just don't work.
Someone's coming home and there might be a bit of noise. I'm just warning you. Just a bit of
Someone's coming home and there might be a bit of noise. Oh.
Someone's decided
entering the studio.
Podcast.
Weird,
I thought they were going to be at work all day. They decided to come back. But whatever. Yeah, printers.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. Just tell them. Say I've rented this studio out today for the podcast recording.
Yeah. Well, I thought they said they're going to work. I thought they'd be gone for a while. It turns out it's just a little meeting. Fucking hell.
Oh, and
we should put some of these millions to getting a studio, to be fair.
Yeah, we should do, really.
All right.
Probably buy some better mics as well.
Yeah. Okay, hold on, I just need to do a bit of shushing.
Right then, so a bit of shushing is now going on.
Okay. Dogs out. Put the dogs out. You can be quiet.
Yeah. Put the dogs out. Always important if you're doing any kind of recording. Keep the dogs out.
Get in your cupboard.
Yeah. Put your missus in the cupboard.
I got a drink at least.
And
I got
a free drink.
Wakaucha.
Is that a black tea? Black iced tea, something like that. Yeah.
Not many people have their teas in England in a plastic cup, do they?
No, we have them in bowls. Can you get a bowl? Can you get your little servant to get you a bowl?
Nah. It'll take longer than when it.
Yeah.
Let's go on with it.
Okay, so we're going to go with printer on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one. Would you say that you've got a water addiction?
No, but I drink a lot of water, but not an addiction. I mean, it's...
So, not an addiction, so could you survive without water?
No. It's not been addicted to it, is it?
How much water did you drink yesterday?
Being addicted to something isn't just not being able to survive with it. I'm not... An alcohol addict can survive without alcohol, but they're just always thinking about it. They feel like they always need it to get through the day. Now, you need it.
I feel like that's what...
You're not addicted to it, are you? I'm comfortable without water. If I see some water, I'm not like, get that down my neck. I can put it to the side.
But I think maybe not now, but once you start to go into cold turkey, you will.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely don't want to go cold turkey with water.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
But am I an addict?
I think you probably are, really.
Okay, if I am, I'm not more addicted than you are.
Don't know, maybe a little bit.
That's a good thing, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah. Right, okay, this one says... Alright, so this is for people who know Alan Shearer. It says, what do you reckon would happen if Alan Shearer turned up one day for work with a full head of hair and he refused to admit he'd ever been bald? What's the plan there?
What would I do?
What would we do as a country?
Just take the piss out of him, wouldn't we? I mean, it's not. I'm sure it's happened to other people, hasn't it? I mean, Wayne Rooney come back with full head of hair.
Not to that extent. Alan Shearer's been bald for about 15 years.
Have you seen Antonio Conte when he was younger? He had no hair. Now he's got a full blossoming head of hair. Yeah, there's quite a few.
He has quite long hair as well, doesn't
he? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you got to do. You should just make sure you do it before you're fully bald, don't you? So like, if as soon as you start seeing like bits going, just get it done then.
Yeah. You're gonna get it done then.
I'm alright so far. I mean, I've been thinking my hair's going to fall out since I was about 20.
When you pull that fringe back, it goes all the way back to about here.
It's been there since I was about 20 though.
Fucking hell.
But it's been there for 10 years, so it's just,
there's no need to say anything. All right. You got any emails?
Yeah. Why is the sky blue? I've answered this by the way as well. So
I've answered this before.
No. The person who's asked the questions answered it too.
All right, go on then. Tell me the answer. Then.
No, they want you to answer it first.
Why is the sky blue? Because that's God's favourite colour.
Oh, quite similar actually. They said it's the way nature planned it.
It's true.
Mother
Nature. Mother Nature.
Yeah. And are you enjoying AFCON?
Yeah, got a bit of news about AFCON. Watched.
Yes, you enjoyed it. You told me it was shit.
Watched a 0-0 draw between Egypt and I can't remember who. I mean, I've only watched that one game. That was the one game I wanted to watch because it's got Salah in it. Watched it. It was terrible, and I've read some news about another game, and it's not looking good really in total. I might watch Are we still in the group stages? Are we?
We're not. We were never in them.
England's not in it. That's why I was having problems then. I kept looking for our games and I couldn't bloody find them. I might watch the semi-finals and then knockout stages if the quality might get a bit better. But
I'd have to put a couple of quid on to watch that because I don't.
Would you say you're a gambling addict?
100%.
Just think about what you just said there. I'd have to put some money on to enjoy it.
I'd have to to give a shit about who wins in an African match. I don't care about the winner. So give me someone to root for. Okay. You don't enjoy sports more if you've got someone to care about.
All right. Yeah, so that's my answer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've only had 2 emails for you today, so...
That's the only email that you got for me?
I've got 2 emails. Why is the sky blue and are you enjoying AFCON? And I think we're spending too much time on emails. So I did have one more, but I'm ignoring it.
Oh, okay.
So we can move on.
Okay, that was the emails. Let's do news.
And news has been taking ages as well, so I've changed my news section today. So I have 3 pieces of news. I'm going to tell you all, one of them is not true, so at least you can have a little game in it. Back
to the basics, back to the staples. All right, I'll do mine quickly then. Right, I've got one regular news. Says, great-grandmother excuse me, great grandmother credits long life to regularly eating Big Macs after church.
Okay. Is the timing important?
I guess so. I mean, she was quite specific about that after church.
Loads of people do this though, like just equate two things. Like there's loads of people who are like 100 who've been smoking all their life. Go, no, smoking was good for me. That's why I'm still alive.
Yeah,
I think Big Macs aren't, unless she was an avid runner, and
I'm guessing there's more to her story than that. She just doesn't think about, know about, or want to reveal. But I don't think Big Macs is the main cause why she's living a long life.
Mm-hmm. Maybe just like if you've been to church, whatever you do in the hour preceding and after just doesn't count.
Yeah.
Because you've got like an hour to do whatever you want, and God's going to say it's all right, you went to church.
Could work, yeah. If that's God that's doing that, maybe, yeah. Thought about that. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to do drugs or anything like that.
Shall we test it? You know they did that supersize me. We'll do it, but we'll do it outside the church.
Only after church.
Yeah. Let's see if the same thing happens. And
the problem is we'd have to go to church a lot though, wouldn't we?
That is a problem.
Once a week isn't going to make a difference.
But we could prove or disprove God.
Okay, that's an interesting thought for a documentary.
Yeah.
Okay. God, Big Macs and God. Oh, Big Mac eating Big Macs.
Exactly.
And God, something like that. We can play on that, can't we?
Yeah, we'll work it out.
Okay, that was my news. I've got some Far East news, but that's my news.
Okay, so Far East news then.
All
mine's east. East. Well, it's not all Far East, but it's east.
It's east. Okay.
It's Asian.
Right,
it's Asian.
Okay, right then, let's get into it then. Right, my first one is about a Thailand lawsuit. I'm just getting it up on my screen. Right, so this is a bit scary, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. That this can happen, but it's also quite funny. So I'm just going to see the funny side of it because I'm not in Thailand at the moment. In Thailand, hotels are suing guests for leaving poor reviews. What do you reckon about that? Woman is facing legal action for leaving a negative hotel review, and this is the second case or high-profile case of an unsatisfied customer being sued by a resort in Thailand.
No, I have seen a couple of these things happen, but I do think it's a difficult topic because there are a lot of people out there who leave far too poor reviews.
I do agree, but I don't think that suing them or putting them in jail as one person got is the right answer.
Yeah, jail's a bit excessive, but if it's another hotel chain who's been sending people out there to do it, I mean, then
maybe
deserves a bit more then.
Yeah, I guess so. But then you can't sue the person, you've got to sue the hotel chain.
It's excessive, and how do you prove it is the thing. Like, they can say, oh, there was shit all over the room, and they're going to go, no, there wasn't. Where's your evidence? And you can plant evidence too, can't you? If you want to. Yeah. If you want to give a bad review, you can plant evidence. So I think it's an impossible thing to police.
Well, the problem is, defamation in Thailand is a criminal matter rather than a civil matter. Now, I'm not a lawyer. I don't really quite understand the difference with that, but I'd imagine that means that you can serve jail time for
What do you think's worse? Defamation, public defamation, or public defecation?
Probably public defecation. Probably that's really fucking bad. That is.
It is bad. It is bad, but who you're affecting? There's some pretty bad examples of defamation in there. You can really fuck someone's name up by making the right lies. I can imagine
there's some really bad examples of defecation as well.
Like what? What's the worst example of defecating in public?
I'm not letting you drag the podcast down again, but you know what I mean.
Okay, all right. You know what I mean.
All right, so that was that. So guys, so just be careful if you go into some places. Don't go around slagging them off. On
that goes with podcast too.
Yeah.
If you've got any,
don't leave a negative review for us because we will hunt you down and we will get you in jail.
And I am in Thailand. So
so that's a criminal case, isn't it? Not a civil case.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I got one more actually. Have I? Oh yeah. All right. This is interesting. Japanese man. Yeah. I love how things just start with this.
What's his name?
Right. Japanese man with a graduate degree in physics rents himself out to do nothing for $90. It's all right, isn't it?
I'm more than happy to do that. I'll do that.
You do that as a job, or you'd rent him out?
No, I'd do that as a job.
Yeah. So his I've read the story in the week. I haven't got it in front of me, but
I reckon I've got a pretty good resume for that. I could.
Yeah. Well, he literally said, "I will do nothing." People rent him out, and he said, "I'm not going to do anything. I'll go along and I'll answer basic questions, but I'm not going to be doing anything interesting. I'll literally just be doing nothing." And he seems to be, and he'll do maximum of 3 clients a day.
People are doing it.
Yeah, people are doing it. He's
maybe some people just want company and don't want the stress of having to talk all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. So some people want company. Some people just want someone just to sit with, or just to take to places.
Where do you put this advertisement up?
What, you want to start yours? I'll do some research. I'll find out how he advertises himself. But
okay, these things all seem to work better in Japan, though. But they do. Give it a try.
All right, that's what
if you live in Japan, you can get jobs like that easy. There's like loads of jobs like that. Right, three pieces of news today.
Actually, it's not all my news. Actually, I've got more news.
Jesus Christ!
But this, I don't know where this is. I've heard it before as well. I think this probably should have been it. Yeah. All right. Right, this is just crazy. But I've heard it before. Killer commando dolphins with weapons on their heads chase soldiers into sea. What do you reckon to that as a headline? It's a good one, isn't it? A good headline.
Well, is it their own weapons that they've attached? Or
well, they're saying that this is Hamas in Palestine. They're doing this. But I've heard this before. You know Carl Pilkington? I'm sure I've heard him. This is like ages and ages ago. I'm sure I've heard him bring this up on either the Ricky Gervais show or something, saying that they've got dolphins with weapons. And this was, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
15, 20 years ago.
What do they stick them with them? Can't put them in the blowhole, can they? Or do they just wrap them around them, tie them to
Well, there's no picture, is there? So there's just a picture of a normal dolphin. So I am slightly sceptical.
Yeah.
They'd be in the blow. I'd imagine they strap it round. I'd imagine they've got a
can't put in the blowhole, can they? They can't breathe.
Good day.
One of the dolphins comes back, because the dolphins are little bastards anyway, comes back with a fucking sword tied to its head. It's like, don't fuck with me now.
Yeah. So that's just something to think about.
Yeah.
We've talked about dolphins in the past, obviously. Now they're taking it to the next level. All right, go on. Have you got yours?
All right. Yeah. Okay, 3 pieces. First one, Japanese government is officially allowed to use question marks and exclamation marks.
Okay, good.
Officially.
I'm glad of that. Next.
After assault on changeless grab food rider, Filipinos call for greater rider protection. And rat with
probably
human
right.
face.
Serious note, I'd imagine that person gets paid fucking nothing.
So it's fucking annoying though when you ain't got no change.
It is annoying. I will admit that. When I get grab food in Thailand, the app stresses me out. It doesn't work properly. I do get stressed out. And the one thing is, I've never been, I'm usually a fairly reasonable person, but when I'm hungry and I'm waiting for a delivery of grab food, I think they call it hangry, don't they? I do get.
I don't think that's a one-way thing. Sometimes the drivers are getting annoyed at you because you haven't got the right change. And I'm like, okay, maybe you got your reasons, but don't blame me. And they're going, and they keep on making a fucking sigh every 5 seconds.
Did you attack them?
I haven't attacked any, no, but
not yet.
It's pretty annoying.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to do your attack, you better do it soon before they get great.
First time I went to Thailand, there were in the news that a taxi driver had attacked an Englishman with a machete. So I don't think that taxi drivers are, especially in Thailand, I'm sure in the Philippines, they're not so innocent. They'll happily beat another taxi driver up and take their fare.
Let's just cut this out here because we don't want any defamation criminal suits.
I think not about anyone in particular, just in general.
Yeah, well, someone did that. Yeah. We're not and I don't think that the sweeping statement saying that taxi drivers aren't innocent is correct. One person had the sword. No, we'll leave it.
I've seen a few.
Next week's news, please.
I've seen a motorbike driver getting beaten up because he took the wrong fare. Okay, the next one. Rat with human face is treated as deity in Jaipur.
That does not surprise me one bit.
So which one?
I mean, that's completely what I expected. Anything like that, they love it, don't they? Rat with human face. Oh, that's sent from God. Then. Obviously, that's the only explanation.
So,
you got. See, I mean,
no, you got to decide which one's false.
One of them's false.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what they all are again.
Japanese government's officially allowed to use question
true.
marks, and Japanese government's officially allowed to use question marks and exclamation marks. And after assault on changeless crab food rider, Filipinos call for greater rider protection.
I mean, the first one. I mean, I don't even know really what that means. Really, I'd just going yes to kind of get. Let's go first one. First one, face false.
No, rat with human face is false.
Yeah, whatever. I'm fairly certain I've heard that story before.
But I don't think with a rat, but I think with
exactly.
The
exactly. It's just okay. It wasn't false, but basically the same thing has happened anyway. Oh, great little one that was.
And with the Japanese government.
And what?
Oh God, look, don't be a sore loser. Be a good sporty, all right.
Oh, I've got to get this off 3 minutes.
With the Japanese government, who decides who can use question marks and exclamation marks? Isn't it them?
Well, I don't understand that. Is that because do they not have that in their language or something? Is that because it's foreign language?
Yeah, it's not their. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but surely it's just up to them. Surely they make the rules.
Nah, not allowed to be delving using those foreign punctuation marks.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening to that kind of news, fake news. Cheers.
Most of it is news.
Alright. Go. More oomph. Go.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
There's going to be a section now, a very small one. It's about a quote. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm raring to go.
I'm going to give you a quote, and you just got to tell me what it makes you think of. That's all. That's it. Barely even a section.
Sounds simple, doesn't it?
For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favour lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning.
His what lasts a lifetime?
Anger. No, joy. His anger lasts only a moment, but his favour lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night. Yeah.
What do you mean his favour? What does that mean?
I guess they mean his love. So we'll go for his love. We'll change that for love. His anger lasts only a moment, but his love lasts a lifetime. Weeping may last through the night, but joy comes with the morning. Some time ago. But what does it make you think of?
A long time ago. What do you want to think of? Spider.
I thought when I read it, I just thought domestic abuse. It's like with the guy beating him off, where he's going. And then she's telling the mate, nobody loves me most of the time.
Maybe.
He only hit me that one time, and he loves me. He loves me again in the morning. He's nice doing it again in the morning, but actually it's God. It's Bible.
I mean, some people will say, "What's the difference?" Some people will say, "What's the difference?"
Yeah, yeah. I don't want that. All right. Anyway, another quote I saw. You see all this. Don't just exist. Live.
Yeah.
Do you think it works the other way around? Don't just live, exist.
Exist.
That sounds a bit cooler to me, I think.
That sounds a bit cooler. Don't just live, exist. It wouldn't be don't just live, would it be don't bother living, just exist?
But actually, they both mean the same thing, don't they, really?
Not really.
You're doing both anyway. You're doing both, aren't you? You're doing both anyway. Either way, you're doing both.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I guess you could stretch yours to.
It just shows how if you switch language around, it can put a different feeling in someone's mind. But really, they mean the same thing.
I guess it's So you say you're living or existing. You do both.
But we can't do one without. Well, you can't live without existing. So you can't exist without living.
Yeah. Is it? So that's what it means, is it?
That's what it means.
Yeah. I'm sure a few of these quotes are kind of going over your head.
Yeah. I just see him so often that it does me head in. I think, all right, I'm leaving already. Stop telling me. You know, something else I saw. I was on Google.
Is this one of the quotes? Is this in the quote game, or is that game over now?
Game over. I told you it was a
one. I'm not gonna lie. I think that was one of the worst. We've had some bad section on this.
You made me introduce a section. It wasn't a section. You said introduce it as a section. I said it's not a section. I just want to mention something, and you made me introduce it as a section. All right.
Well, I thought it was going to be better than that. I thought it wasn't a section. It was terrible.
All right. Whatever. This is something I was looking at on Google the other day, like things you should eat and what you shouldn't eat, and I think it was something that said, "Eat this, don't eat that." All right. So I'm going to tell you what they say you should eat, and you got to tell me what they think you shouldn't eat. All right. First one. This is literally what it said. This is literally what was on the thing. I haven't made this up. Eat this, bananas. Don't eat that.
Them little banana foam sweets.
Banana pudding. Banana pudding. Yeah. Okay. Eat this. Low-fat Greek yogurt. Don't eat that.
High-fat Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt.
Greek yogurt. Yeah. Okay, full-fat Greek yogurt. Yeah. I mean, that's, makes sense. Is this true, or you made this up?
This is true. Eat this. Omega-3 enriched eggs. Don't eat this.
Eggs.
Standard eggs. It says standard as well. Standard eggs. Eat this. Blueberries. Don't eat that.
Blueberry muffins.
That wouldn't have been out of place. Blueberry jam. Eat this. Wild salmon. Don't eat that.
Tame salmon.
Farmed salmon. Yeah. There was about five more. I can't remember them all, but it did get me thinking.
Did you get the name of the person that's written this article?
No, but it was quite like it looked proper.
Can you get the name of that person? Because I want to.
I'll see if I can find it. Find it. But it did get me thinking about eating wild salmon or farmed salmon. Surely it's better to eat farmed salmon.
I don't really see the difference. What's the difference? What are you thinking?
Well, they're saying wild salmon's like natural. They haven't got all this like negative bad stuff in them
they're not all stressed out.
Yeah. But I was thinking with wild salmon, it's just random, innit? You don't know what's happened. You don't know how they've been raised. You don't know what conditions.
You don't know who's got come from a bad home.
Yeah, they're all wild salmon. They've been eating nice.
You don't know which ones are drug addicts, murderers.
You don't know what they've been eating, do you? You don't know what they've been eating.
You don't know what you don't.
You don't know what
been eating anything like. Same with humans. You're telling these humans not to eat these things. What do you reckon them wild salmons are eating?
Yeah.
Some of them are going off the rails. Probably eating shit. Probably just eating. Don't know. What do they eat? They're probably eating normal eggs. They're probably eating banana bread.
Been exercising. What are the parents like? Who they've been hanging around with.
Whereas if they're farmed, you can force feed them the right stuff and make them do exercise. Have them train. Yeah. That's what they do. They have like they put them in a little tank, and they force water to it. So it's like a fake waterfall, and this acts like a treadmill. And they've got to keep swimming up it, but they don't move anywhere. They're just swimming in the tank, and behind them is like a little shark gnawing at them. And if they don't make it, then the shark eats them. So that's what they do to strengthen them up. That's like the salmon treadmill.
They're trained professionals, trained by a professional, fed the right stuff to make them nice and fit.
Yeah. So just like sports stars.
Exactly. If I was the farmer,
would you rather eat? Okay. Would you rather eat? Who've we got? I was going to say Djokovic, but he's in the bad books at the moment, isn't he? But like a professional athlete,
Usain Bolt.
or just Usain Bolt, or just a random person off the street.
Someone down the road.
Yeah, or just Jane down the road. I mean, you don't know what Jane's been eating. You don't know what she's been training up. I'm guessing that he's not as good as, say, Usain Bolt. He's like peak physical fitness. So it does make you think about that, doesn't it? I'd rather eat them trained salmons.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
To be honest with
you. The tame ones.
Yeah. So, yeah, agree with that, actually. Agreed. For once, I agree with you. Right, I think that's something we've got to avoid doing. Both having a drink at the same time. Then there's just a silence. If one person drinks and the other one talks, it's okay. But if we both just drink at the same time, it's just...
Yeah, but obviously there are like certain points in conversations where having a drink is like appropriate.
Yeah, I guess.
We both just recognise this is a point for a drink.
That's the point to have a drink, isn't it?
So even in the future, we see the other person.
The point has been made. Train salmon. Salmon that's been trained up, fed the right stuff, forced to exercise is better than wild salmon.
I reckon we should. You say we should write articles and put them online, and then it links to the podcast. I reckon we should write. That should be our article. Why eating farmed salmon is better than wild salmon.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you can get to work on that after this episode.
Homework. Yeah. So what you got for us today, then,
Okay, I've got something. Scams. The scams are back. This isn't my scam. I don't know. I saw it on a video on Instagram or something. But it got me thinking. Yeah. Basically, if you're selling music or art somewhere, this is genius. What you do is you look for people. You need to look for people like your Stephen Merchants, people who aren't cool, but you look at them and you think they want to be cool. They're the sort of people that if someone thought that they were cool, they'd be really, really happy. And what you do is, first off, you pay them a compliment. You say, "Oh, you look pretty cool. You look like someone who knows about music or whatever you're selling. You look like someone that knows about art.
I like your glasses.
Yeah, I like your glasses. You look cool. You look like someone who knows. So let's say I'm selling my CD. You look like someone who knows about what am I selling? What sort of music would I be selling?
You're selling London rap.
Yeah, you look like the sort of person that knows about London rap. Stephen. What's your name? So I don't know your name, John. What's your name? And they go, Stephen. So what you do is you then pull out one of your CDs and you write in marker pen Stephen and sign it.
Yeah.
And they go, nice one. There you go, mate. I'll sign copy for you. It's only 20 quid. But the people that you're talking to, if you pick the right person, one, they'll be flattered that you've thought that they know about UK rap, and two, you've written that in marker pen. And if they say they don't want you, like
that's your big mistake. That's your big mistake because it's 1 in 100. That is, I've written it in marker pen. Now I've got to clean it off.
Nah. I don't. Well, it's a plastic case, whatever. Don't really matter, does it? I reckon it would work. I reckon that would work.
I think
because most people
it's an obvious
feel
scam,
awkward in that situation.
That's the only scam you've told me that isn't. That's the only scam you've told me that seems like a scam. That looks immediately like you're scamming.
No, because this is real. I didn't make this up. I heard about this happening to someone.
Yeah.
On a video, and I thought that makes sense to me. I reckon that would.
If you let that happen to yourself, you are pathetic.
I reckon it would happen. I reckon it's not 1 in 100. I reckon it's like 1 in 10. And if you pick the right people, I reckon you could do that.
You got to make sure they're going. Yeah, I like a bit of London rap first. And,
I do. Yeah, I do like a little bit of London rap actually, as it goes.
Talk to them a bit. I mean, if you want to go one step further, you just stick a big, what's it called? You stick a sticker on it saying 60 quid.
Yeah, you got 20 quid for you, mate. As soon as you're a connoisseur.
Yeah. But you got to be my friend after.
Yeah, I'll be your friend. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh.
Yeah, so that actually does sound like a bit of a scam. So maybe scam awareness on that one.
I mean, I guess different scams are right for different people. I prefer to stay close to the scams that aren't going to get people knowing, like the ones that can keep it going for a bit longer. Can't you? Have to move from place to place. And I can just sit on. I like the one where we can just keep charging people for parking in place they don't have to pay for.
Yeah. Get the high vis jacket on.
You can just sit there all day.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Don't know. I can see that backfiring a little bit if you're there all day.
You can, but you can read people's reactions, can't you, and stuff. If a few people are going fuck off, then you think, okay, they might be grassing on me. Then you move.
Well, if saying if that's happening, I'll be like, excuse me, that's pretty rude. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. My car park. Thank you very much. Do not swear at me. So that would be my reaction to that. So about authorities, isn't it? You've got to assert
You have, and then when they've gone, you consider moving to another car park. I think.
Yes. As soon as I've gone, I'll be legging it. All right, another thought what I had. Well, actually, no, it wasn't a thought. Someone told me about this. They were talking about yoga breathing and stuff. And I thought about it. You know when you breathe, most of the time you breathe, you don't really think about it, do you? Most of the time when you breathe, most breaths that you take.
Do you know when you breathe? Yes. Most of the time you breathe. True.
Most of the time when you breathe, most of the breaths that you take, you just go in and out. It just feels like, it doesn't even feel like it goes back there. The breath goes to about here, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. So that got me thinking. Down here, it's probably all really stale old air that's been there for weeks.
I mean, that's pretty scientific, that is, Alex.
That's truth.
Yeah.
I was chatting to someone that does yoga.
Yeah.
And that's what they're telling me. They said that's what you got to do, like really deep breaths.
I mean, I'm sure yoga has some positives, but I'm not listening to. This is why I don't listen to what they say.
And that gets it all out.
Fucking bollocks. That's such a bollocks.
No, that's true.
And that's assuming you never run or jog, even a little bit. Because if you just jog 10 metres, you breathe heavier. Or run up the stairs.
Maybe heavier.
You don't do yoga, do you?
No, it's not just yoga, but it depends on the person, isn't it? But yoga, obviously. But I think yoga, you get the deepest breath in yoga.
So yoga gets rid of stale air from the lungs, right?
Yeah, but that gets it from right at the bottom. Like jogging, you might get it from around here, but I don't reckon when you jog, you breathe from down there.
So, you know what then? People who smoke cigarettes probably don't have as much stale air as I do.
No, but all that, it's not stale, but their air is fucked. It's just fucked in general, isn't it? It's never clean in there, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. When you smoke, you don't breathe it all into your lungs, do you? Maybe the people that smoke weed. Because then they're trying to bring it down.
I guess I don't know. I was going to assume they do. Otherwise, what's the point?
There's no point to it, mate. It's an addiction. They don't think, that I really want to just. When you've seen someone smoke a cigarette, just have a think about it. Have you ever seen someone go?
No, because they don't need to. You can do this, can't you? Without having to do that.
No, you've never seen that. Apart from,
I think. But they're getting like a nicotine rush, don't they? They must like.
I'm pretty sure that goes after like your first 100 cigarettes.
Maybe.
Get used to it.
Did you know that there is
here comes bollocks. Here comes more bollocks. Did you know what?
Well, actually, this is less bollocks than the bollocks you just said.
Well, I got mine from a professional.
More bollocks following on from my bollocks. No, this is true.
Go on.
There's a bacteria that can digest plastic.
Can digest plastic?
You know that? Yeah.
No, but I guarantee you, humans have been searching fucking for ages for this, and they're now finally thinking, "Thank God we found it! Thank God we found it! We can finally start getting rid of all this shit that we've been dumping on the earth."
We can finally start worrying about throwing plastic on the floor. Don't worry about it.
I wouldn't say stop worrying about it, because I'm pretty sure it's still a bit of a problem.
Yeah, but I think it still takes them a bit of time, and they need to like start to get this back, like grow this bacteria a bit more and get it in the right places. So
I can see this ending up quite badly though.
Why?
You know, some kind of science fiction film. Now the goal is to grow this bacteria and get loads of it. This is,
surely.
You know.
I mean, that's what I said.
Yeah. No, well, I'm sure that's what the people are doing, isn't it? We've got a lot of plastic to get rid of. We need a lot of this bacteria. But you know what happens to this bacteria when it evolves?
Yeah, it gets class. It gets better at eating plastic.
Yeah, they'll be eating they'll be eating cars next and stuff.
No, all you need is some stuff that eats that bacteria, and you just keep that outside.
Yeah, but that's where it starts, isn't it? I mean, what do you need then?
You got like the bacteria outside. You got like another bacteria, which is like the bacteria dormant. And if any of the bacteria escapes
from the lab,
they get eaten by the bacteria dormant. And you just keep this all in one world. You take like a shitty country that no one cares about, or like some land that no one like Greenland. There's a lot of land in Greenland, isn't there?
Greenland, yeah.
No
one really cares about Greenland, do they?
It's not even a real country. And it's cold. So if the bacteria gets out, if it does get past the dormant,
it's going to I'm going back inside.
Freeze to death.
Freezing.
Yeah, so get somewhere like that. You got like a big house, a massive one, that's like huge, and you get just all your bacteria there. It just gets eaten all day, and then we got.
Can I just stop you there? Make sure the house isn't plastic. That's important.
That's true.
So you get like eating through the walls and getting out the back.
A metal one, and then outside you've got another house outside that you just built round, where you've just got like with the wall, and you plaster the walls with the bacteria in bacteria, and then if they get out of there, they get eaten by them, and if either bacteria gets out, they just freeze to death.
Yeah. Would you have like little towers around just for people the bacteria to look down on them, just in case they see anyone escaping?
Nah, I think the less people, the better, really, because then you get some people with the bacteria end up taking the bacteria from the place. We will need to keep this.
No, I mean the bacteria is in the towers. The bacteria eating bacteria is in the towers, not humans.
No, because I don't think they've got good eyesight.
No, do they work on a different kind of method?
And they're not like us. They're not going to be watching and they're leaving it all alone. They're going to be tempted. They can't just ignore temptation. They're going to see this stuff they want. They're not going to be like, if they come out, they're going to be like, fuck it, I'm going from now.
Right. So how do we control the bacteria eating bacteria? That's my problem. Do we need a bacteria eating bacteria?
We just keep them in the room outside, like in a state of frozenness. So they're just ready to go. And as soon if any bacteria escape, or if the door's open, then something happens to
something picks them up.
Yeah,
right.
And then they just start attacking this plastic eating bacteria, and that's assuming the plastic bacteria ever gets strong enough to do anything. I mean, do we even need to stop it?
Well, that's only
if it evolves into some
spreading.
plastic.
I mean, we've got a lot of stuff that's plastic. It'll just be in our TVs and computers and stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
that could be quite dangerous.
Yeah,
well, imagine. Well, I mean, that's the bad thing. Like, imagine if North Korea gets all of these plastic bacteria.
Yeah.
And they just start, dropping.
I don't think it's like termites, is it?
It sounds like it is. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't think they're just going to start swarming through houses, and you're just going to wake up and everything's disappeared. It'd be a slow process.
If I was Kim Jong-un and I've sorted out my cheese addiction and I'm ready now to get my revenge on the USA for spreading all these fake news stories about me, I'll be going to the White House and I'll be dumping it all there, so it would delete all their computers. FBI, I'd go to the FBI place. I'd whack it on their computers, delete all their computers. All you got to do is just put it on. All you got to do is just go to the doorway, and it'll seep under the doorway, and then it'll just start eating all the FBI's computers.
If you can get it strong enough, because I reckon that most of the time with bacteria, you just have to keep stuff clean, don't you? Shit, the bacteria's on the computers. Just give it a wipe. It's all right. Kim Jong-un in the background. Fuck.
But I don't think they'd know about it before it's too late. They'll be like, well, they won't be like, there's bacteria on my computer. They'll be like, my computer's melting. Oh. Yeah. Too late then.
Fair enough.
So,
I think that just about draws us to our conclusion, isn't it?
Yeah. If anyone's still listening after that pretty weird rant.
There's been a couple of weird ones today with salmon and with the bacteria, but if you're listening to us, then that's what you got to expect.
It's kind of expect, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't listen to us for
bullshit,
normal things, yeah.
Fake news and weird shit, I guess.
We're not like self-help. We're not going to help you make money, apart from in scams.
Scams? We're not scams.
We'll just give you some stuff to think about. Just like, I think we're more of a philosophy channel.
Yeah, philosophy. Yeah, we should add that into the description. Philosophy.
Yeah, as we speak. Yeah, philosophical.
Yeah, philosophical. Yeah, I'll add that into the keywords. Right, so I was about to have a drink then, but I thought he's having one, so I'll just wait. So have a think about that, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are on the salmons mainly. Let us know. I think that's what I want to hear from people more about, the salmons. What are your thoughts on the trained salmons? Would you rather eat wild salmon or trained salmon? Let us know. And yeah, if you see us out and about, just say hello. We'll get you a signature. I'll sell you one of my London rap CDs for 20 quid as well.
And if you're a farmer, stop calling them farmed salmon. Stop calling them trained salmon. You might just make
more sense. It's a better it's all about marketing, isn't it? Marketing. Don't call it farmed salmon. Say professional trained salmon.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.